What if all men disappeared?
Me bomba, bomba.
Thumbnail, look at that. Already made.
How would the world change if all of a sudden every biological man disappeared? Would the world become more peaceful? Why would you have to ration food? And why wouldn't the loss of all men on the planet keep women from reproducing? This is What If, and here's what would happen if all men disappeared. I'd like to think that a world without men would be the end of the human race. Sadly, we're not as important as we sometimes think we are.
I fucking knew it. I was just saying, niggas ain't shit. Niggas really ain't shit.
And women might not even need us for reproduction. Some female animals can give birth by themselves. It's called parthenogenesis, and it's common in sharks and lizards. These virgin births...
Wait, so like, would the earth just be like overpopulated with like lizards and sharks? Or not the earth, well shit, I guess the earth lizard-wise, yeah. And like what? Like, actually, no, it wouldn't be overpopulated. I'm fucking retarded. They do this anyway. If they're not overpopulated right now, then shit. Well, that means hunter. Well, actually, maybe they would, because I would assume most of the male population is hunters, right? So whoever the fuck is hunting lizards, I feel like that's not female dominant. So maybe I am right. Maybe I am right. Shit. What the fuck would go wrong if all men disappeared? I wonder if, like, with this hypothesis, like, I wonder what happened if, like, all, like, the male creations disappeared as well. I kind of wonder what the world would look like as well if that happened. And then, like, I want to see, like, a video of, like, all, like, the female creations got, like, taken away, and see a world without that. Of course, like, it would be like heavily impacted, like either way. But like, I'm just kind of curious, like what it would look like on each side.
only happen when there are no males in the female's vicinity. So, how soon could human females develop parthenogenesis? Let me get back to human reproduction without men in a moment, because before women could try to reproduce without men, they'd have to work hard to avoid the total collapse of society. Yeah, without men, the world would lose about half its population and workforce. It would be up to the women to fill traditionally male jobs. Could they? Now, I believe 100% in a woman's ability to do any job that a man can do, but women are still underrepresented in some crucial jobs. That means they wouldn't have the training to take over some male-dominated positions.
Wait, hold on. The studs, though. The studs coming in clutch. Hold on. I forgot about them. Shit, hey, the woman might be straight. Hold on. If the studs step up, nigga. Studs step up, nigga. Shit, them niggas is cooked. Shit, are we fucked? We got girls that wanna be dudes. Shit, they know how to reproduce on their own, and they got them straps too. They can pull out a goddamn plastic 12, 13, 14, 15 inch. Yeah, dig. Damn, like I don't even think they need us for real. Shit.
Right away. Like, only 3.5% of firefighters are women. Fire season would get pretty bad. And of all the aircraft pilots and flight engineers in the world, only 5.2% are women. So plane travel would become rare.
Actually, I take it back. Not in this society. The amount of girls that just don't want to work. Yeah, I think, fuck. Them niggas might be cooked. I feel like in the guy world, of course, we want to work, but like, Damn, the amount of dudes that would go gay. Because I feel like in today's society, the man has to take care of everything, right? But when it comes to pleasing oneself, like, niggas can only go so long. You know what I'm saying? Right? So shit, like, I guess that shit would happen today. The cons would be like, damn, like, the woman don't got enough studs, or I guess enough of the workforce girls to step up. But then niggas will go insane without lusting, bro. Niggas would genuinely go insane. Like niggas today, shit, even from time to time, it's like, damn, like I'm gonna go chill with a girl. Like, I don't wanna look at these niggas no more. All right, I'm gonna stop yapping.
And expensive. And since only about 37% of physicians and surgeons are women, there'd be long wait times for surgeries. Luckily, there would still be plenty of nurses. But the biggest hurdle the all-female world would have to overcome is that they'd only have 25% of our farmers left. Food would become more expensive and harder to find. Rationing would be necessary for the first couple of years.
Damn! Wait.
Eventually, after years of training, changing jobs, and restructuring the
I thought, like, since there's less people, you don't gotta ration, right? Or that's because, like, the farmer thing. Am I retarded? Please let me know.
world, women would get a handle on things and a new era of world peace would begin. Or would it? Would no men mean no violence?
God forbid they start ovulating. God forbid they start ovulating, bro. Oh my God. Shit, maybe both societies are cooked. Cause if niggas can barely cooperate without gooning, God forbid the females start ovulating. There ain't enough plastic Dino to go around. All right, let me chill. Let me stop thinking about that.
Well, according to some scientists, men are more aggressive than women because of their DNA. If this is true, then our hypothetical world with only females would be more peaceful. But others argue that men are more violent because of culture, societal roles, and gender inequality. If this is the case, women...
Have y'all ever heard, it was like a hypothesis that, or like, no, it was like it was a true ass statement, low key, that all because a woman on Earth, and like most of the time, like that's what dudes are like doing shit for. That's why like we have a job. That's why like I have a haircut. That's why like people wear earrings. That's why people get all this flashy shit. Yada yada yada. It's all to impress like the girls, right? But niggas was saying if girls were no longer here, like niggas would just be in a fucking cave or at their mom's crib, fucking doing minimal work and just like going on with their dilly dally day. I mean, I kind of can see that low key. Like niggas be like, man, I'm doing shit for myself, yada yada yada. I could see that as well, but there's definitely a little motivation behind niggas putting in work. But let me chill. I'm fucking yapping my ass off.
Would have just as much potential for violence as men do. Maybe we could look at bonobo apes to answer this question. These apes share almost 99% of their DNA with us. Females are the leaders in bonobo groups, and it turns out that they're a much more peaceful lot than the chimpanzee groups led by males. But if two different groups of bonobos meet, they fight viciously. So maybe the world wouldn't be all peace and love with only a female population. At least militaries around the world would be a lot smaller. The United States would have just 14.4% of its military left. North Korea, on the other hand, would dominate. About 40% of its military is female.
Damn!
It seems that women could do all right without men, but what about reproduction? They couldn't do that by themselves, could they? Well, it wouldn't happen right away. First, women would get pregnant by using whatever's left in sperm banks. That would give them time to develop ways to reproduce without men. In Japan, scientists successfully converted the stem cells from a female mouse into sperm cells. Those sperm cells then impregnated another female mouse. Now, humans are much more complex than mice, so it would take a lot more experimentation to perfect this technology for human use. But if the women of the world perfected this technology, babies could be born from two females. And because women would be partnering up to produce offspring, you could see a return to a quote-unquote traditional family structure. Now, it would be a different story if all men except for one disappeared. If you were the only man left in this Amazonian world, what would happen to you?
So basically what I'm hearing is that they damn near straight, but anything work-wise, like, they cooked. Like, or not work-wise, not work-wise, anything like keep the world spinning type work, like, they cooked. Nah, imagine being like the first woman that actually got to go through that shit though. Like yeah, shorty, you gonna be the first one to make a baby from yourself. Like, I feel like that shit wouldn't come out right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit can't come out right. Like, that's not like, I mean, even like when you regularly, even like when a woman regularly give birth, right? Do like, you know, male and female, bada bing, bada boom, like, so like, it's a very small chance that like you have like autism, like Down syndrome, shit like that, right? So I'm not saying that's like bad or anything, but let's just say like that's like a minor side effect, right? Even for like the normal reproduction, I want to say process. So then, even if they were to do that shit, like have a baby with themselves, like, but that should be like a fucking mutant. Because you know how like when siblings or like cousins like have a baby, like that shit like fucked. Like, I feel like it's gonna be 2 times, 3 times worse. You know what I'm saying? When you have a kid, like that shit don't supposed to be like the same type blood. I don't know. Maybe I'm just yapping, bro. But I appreciate you guys for clicking on the video and everything. Love you guys.